breed. So I told you. So viewers, we are with Grace Bwogi. She's one of pioneers of goat farming in this country. David Lukiza hosting you today on our YouTube channel, no? Kola Sente. Grace Bwogi is taking us through the journey of goat farming in the hills of Rakai. So Grace, breed selection. When should a farmer say this is the breed that has the market? And which breed is on the market now?
Yeah.
International market. Now we are looking at international market now.
Okay, that question may not be so particular. Reason being, there are a number of there is a criteria one uses to say this breed is going to work for me, this may not work for me. And actually, dear farmers, if you are watching me, there is no goat breed in Uganda that has no market. Every breed, be it local, be it exotic, they all have market. They have a target market for it. You get it? So all you have to know is what works for you. What works for me here at Bwogi Farms may not necessarily be what works for another farmer in Luwero. For example, I've had farmers where they say, "Nze Boaz ziganye." Boaz, these are goats with brown heads and a white body. And me here, Bwogi, I'm saying Boaz zinkolera. There is a farmer friend, is a rancher in Masha, Isinjiro. For him, he says, Savannah is my thing. You get it? So first learn what works for you. And how do you know what works for you and what will not work for you? One, you can start like how Bwogi started. I started with all the breeds. I even went as far as Kenya to bring Gala goats from Kenya. I brought the Gala goats. I have the Boaz, I have the Savannah, I have Kalahari, I have the local goats. I tried all of them out. At the end of the day, Gala nenzikasuka ndaba tezinyongerako. You get it? At the end of the day, Kalahari nenzikasuka ndaba, their color pattern, they have an inferior color. That when you crossbreed them with another color, the color of Kalahari gets lost somewhere. Ezo nenzikasuka. Because I realized it's going to be hard for me to sell a Kalahari goat to somebody ngatala bakala ya Kalahari. You get my point? So I maintained Savannah and Boa plus the local goats. I will not tell you that these goats sell better than these ones. Exotic zina akatale. Local zina akatale. Waliwo abazetanya yebo mugambe exotic tayagala kola ki kumanya. So make sure you know what works for you. Also, how you know, you also look in your area, your district where you want to farm the goats. In your area, which particular goats are they farming? Gotowefulo omugeze nnyo, gwe n'ogamba nze kandete Boa, yet others are only doing local. Find out why are they using local and not the Boa goats. You get it? Find out. Maybe it is lack of capacity, they don't have the resources, that could be the reason. Or maybe in that particular area, they don't work out so well. For example, people like in Kabali, goats like Boas will not do so well. Boas tezikola nnyo wali mazzi mangi, zifa mangu. They are not hardy animals to survive in the rain, extremely cold weathers. You get it? But local will do so well in Kabali. You get it? So those are some of the things. Into the disease pattern in your area. For example, districts like in Gulu, Baina, a lot of sassaflies. Sassaflies attack so much the goats, and these goats usually get infections. At Gebobola Banga, sassaflies are going to infect your goats. What makes you bring exotic goats there, yet the local breeds will do so well? Because they easily adapt to the available conditions there.
Well, my take home is that depending on where you are, make sure you fit in the society, the community, and your breed will really work well. So I have a friend who called me today. This person wanted to have a shelter for one goat. So viewers there, if can let me just pose this question to her again. If I want to have a shelter for my goats, because some of the things you've been teaching people, shelters should look like this and this. What are things I should consider?
When you're constructing a shelter for goats, one, you should consider topography, the area Jolly. Does it receive a lot of rains? How is the area? Is it slow slanting? And for example, if it is receiving lots and lots of rain, a raised house would be the ideal structure for you. Ekiyumba ekiri waggulu ekiriko raised platform. You get it? And if your area where you're farming goats, you have lots and lots of insecurities, where there's still lots and lots of goats from your home, a ground pen wouldn't work for you because it's not secure enough. Are we together? And if you are staggering with the resources, just like how I said in 2015, I didn't have enough resources. A raised pen costs lots and lots of money. So if you don't have lots and lots of money to start ng'oli mu kweyiiya buli kimu osonda kisonde embaawo osonda nsonde emisumaali ogenze ku hardware oguzeyo kilo 2. Raised pen is not for you. So ogeginga n'olaba. You get it?
So if I have like 10, where should I put those? That talina capital.
Baba talina capital, start with a ground pen. You can even start by putting ng'ozisuza mu kiyungu kyo mw'ofumbira emmere. Bw'oba olinga waka ng'olinga mu kyalo ng'ozisuza mu kiyungu, as long as the place is clean, it has enough aeration, the goats don't have they don't receive a lot of rain. Embuzi zitya enkuba, they fear rain. That is the gist of a structured goat pen.
Let's go to the space. Land. How much big should the land be? Can I have a farm? Can I start a farm on a 50 by 50, a 50 by 100, an acre, 50? What space do I need?
Even a 50 by 100, you can farm goats. But when you want to start on such a small piece of land, make sure before you start, don't start binansangeyo. First have a thorough plan on how you are going to feed those goats, or else obuzi bujja kufiirako mu kibuga. But the thing is, make sure you have where they are going to stay and also have a plan. Remember, if they are adult goats, assuming you have started with like 5 goats and these are adult goats, at least make sure on a daily basis you have thought out where each goat is going to get 5 kilograms of feed on a daily basis before you start. But the feeds are not hard to get, you get it? Embuzi kyogimanyiza kyerya. Embuzi bw'osalawo n'ogamba nti ze buli bwendi omuceere ne gusigalawo, embuzi yange nja giwaako, embuzi ejja gulya omuceere. Embuzi kyogimanyiza. It's just like a baby. Kyogimanyiza kyerya. I have goats here nti bw'oba waleese chapati egirya, they eat chapatis. I have goats here when you bring hard corn, they will eat it, you get it? Embuzi kyogimanyiza kyerya. So make sure you have a thorough concrete plan of feeding them. That is where most farmers go wrong. Nti batandika ekintu n'agamba tunaalabira eyo. That is where you get it wrong. Make sure you have a plan. Nti mu mwezi guno nyina embuzi 5, buli emu egenda kulya kilo 5. Those are 25 kilos. You get it? 25 kilos times 30 days. Oyina okuba ng'okoze plan yaazo. Oba kitegeera. And remember, goats eat a buffet. They are just like human beings. So just zirisa maize bran from Monday to Sunday. Remember, it is a ruminant. To choose card. Embuzi tajja kukyowinga card ng'erya ki maize bran. Onogiyiza ku muddo, onogiyiza ku biwata by'amatooke, onogiyiza ku malagala, onogiyiza ku bisagazi. So just to make sure it has a variety. Some little bit of variety, a different kind of feeds for it to eat. Yeah.
Let's talk about inbreeding. I hear stories that inbreeding kills the entire kind of farm. You get poor results. How do you do it here? Because I see them, they're on a free range system.
Okay. In simpler terms, I always want to give people the simpler version of inbreeding. Inbreeding, there is a version of inbreeding which is bad, and there is a version of inbreeding which is good. You get it? Basically, in simpler terms, if you have a male and you are sure of where you have got it from and it's not related to any of your goats, simply keep it in your herd for 1.5 years to 2 months, as simple as 2 years. nti bwesusa emyaka 2 eba etandise okuzaala mu bazzukulu. Basically the inbreeding which is bad nti embuzi bwezaala katugeze it has given birth and then it has okay, its daughters, you get it, it can mate with the daughters again, you get it. But the inbreeding which is bad is when it mates with the grand kids.
That one kills the farm.
Exactly, where you find nga your goats are born, embuzi erina amagulu 3, embuzi erinako eriiso limu, some deformities happen and also some mortalities happen. Embuzi nezibeera nga zikola miscarriages because of that inbreeding, you get it, kubanga zezaddemu nnyo. But the only magical way, making sure you register the date when you have brought them in, nti emazeemu omwaka gumu kitundu, embuzi yange yeetaaga okukyusa. Nti ate bwe beekulaba nga ekuzaalira bulungi ng'ojagala, olwo embuzi nga zizaala bulungi, ng'ennume ezaala bulungi, you can change it and put it in another herd, or you sell off some of the grandkids and then you let it mate again. A male esigala male, because one male, logically one male can mate 50 females. So don't try it in human beings. Tujja bakolachi. It's not good.
Males tujja baisa obi. So that has been our show for today. This has been Grace Bwogi at Bwogi Farms in Irakai. She has a lot to share, and the rest of the information you're going to find it on our YouTube channel, Kola Sente. She has a channel as well, Bwogi Farms.
Exactly.
They should follow you. Those that have not subscribed to Kola Sente, this is David Lukiza. Subscribe, share these videos because they have insightful information. Bwogi, say bye-bye to the viewers.
Thank you for watching us. Let's keep it at Kola Sente, and it is always real. Thank you. Bye-bye.